up guys, it is Millie here, and today I'm doing a video that is a little bit different. I really haven't done this before as far as to me speaking out on certain things. I choose to kind of like keep my opinion to myself or to share those opinions or takes of things in the world, of course with my personal circle like family and friends. And today I want to talk about just one or two things because I've been seeing it a lot lately, and I think I need to share my opinion on it along with also, of course, keeping it fashion. So as of late, I have been seeing trending, of course, this list that well, originally it was like a video. It was a young woman and then a young man supposedly going to Cheesecake Factory. There was like their first date, and of course the woman was kind of perturbed or upset in a way that she was going to Cheesecake Factory, and it kind of speared this whole thing. And then there's another young lady who came along and along with like her peers on Instagram, on social media, she decided to create this list. Now, I've been seeing it trending for the past week or two, but I had to come on here after work, okay? You see the makeup, you see the top, okay? You see the twists where I have to put my little 2 cents into it. So it's 28 things on here, so I'm not going to list down everything, but let's just keep it 1,000, a buck, 100. I would like to say that if you ladies, you young ladies out here, stop following behind what other people say, you guys are going to be single, you guys are going to be lonely, and you guys don't even operate in your own either boundaries or your own, like I'm trying to say as far as to, if you have absolutely nothing wrong in your inner self, going to the Cheesecake Factory or to IHOP or to AMC Theater, the movies, granted, if you want to do that for your first date, then that's fine. Because also people need to understand too, when it comes to these influencers and these models out here who be with the A-list celebrities and things of that nature, they're bringing a service. Unless you're doing something like that, you're working a 9 to 5. Let's just keep it real. And my biggest peeve is, as a African American woman like myself, who's 26, that is single, in the dating pool, is that if you can't afford the $250 plate, if you can't afford the $1,000 bottle to pop in the club, then why would you expect someone else to do that? And then even with this video, they said it's a skit, they said it was real. If it was real or not, if it was real, the woman was expecting a certain thing and she was wearing a $7 dress. I'm just saying, it's giving cheesecake. To be honest, her dress was giving more in the realms of Applebee's. You can hate me or not when it comes to my opinion. Look, I'm just kicking it real. So there are lists like, of course, the Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory is wonderful. They have cheesecake, salmon, they have quesadillas, they have everything. I love the Cheesecake Factory, and that's just personally me. And 9 times out of 10, for a woman that's out here in the dating pool in 2023, if a guy is giving her special attention, really listening to her words, really being invested in her the first time that they ever met, or just getting to know each other, then they don't really care if the plate cost $40 or $400. They don't care 9 times out of 10. So Cheesecake Factory, I disagree with. Applebee's, I'm just going down the list here. The movies, it's just like, come on now. You mean to tell me that you can't go to the movies on the first on a date, let alone on the first date? It's just like, come on now, like, really? And also, you have to realize this too. If a guy cannot take you to these places on the first date, why would you think it's okay to take them or a woman on a second date or a third date or a fourth date? Why is that okay? If you don't like it, if it's low budget, if it's really out of your means and you are a queen and you're too high up in the rankings for that, if you're too good for that, why would it be okay for a second date? What else? Red Lobster. Now, of course, your house, I don't agree with. I don't like taking, especially people that I've met for the very first or second time. I wouldn't bring them to my house. That I agree with. Of course, a buffet, is a little bit, a little teeter-totter there. The gym, obviously I do not want to go to the gym unless I am a gym head and I want to just really just pump up my fitness and things of that nature. I wouldn't do the gym, right? So church is a great way. Now, again, I'm a woman, and again, in her 26, that's learning her faith and getting deeper into my faith. The church is a great way for a first date. You know why? Because if a woman or a man sits there in church, look disinterested, swiping on their phone, taking selfies, constantly talking to you in church, and not interacting with, let alone what the pastor is saying in the church, but also, quoting and reading the Bible and really relating the Bible and the scripture and the word to what is going on, let alone to their partner or their date, but also what's going on in service, that's where you could tell the difference. And if they're not interested in church, it's not for me, personally, me. Movie night, of course, Netflix, stuff like that, bowling, I don't disagree with. Nightclubs, that I agree with. I can't have a conversation or really be intrigued in what's going on in a nightclub. Like, it's just a bunch of people, bottles and lights and flashing. It's too loud. It's too much. But overall, 9 times out of 10, I disagree with what this list says. But overall, we're going to make this fashion, right? So, for example, when you require someone, it can be a man, a woman, or whatever, right? If you are requesting your date to take you out to a place that is not on this list, you got this dress from Rainbow, little $10 dress. Look, if you want the $500 meal, you cannot be going to no Target or no Rainbow and get a $10 dress and think you're going to be racking up eating crab legs, dancing and everything, all cute. No, it's not going to happen, because the man or whomever it is going to align what they can afford. If they can afford the $500 meal, just like $5, then that's great. They're going to align with someone that is the same, okay? They're not going to spend $1,000 on a date, let alone on someone that they're meeting for the first or second time. You're still giving your best. Your representative is still at the table and not you as yourself, If they are going to do that, then you need to dress the part. Your makeup has to be done. As far as the fashion, if you're going to do something like this mesh top here, like, you can put on a blazer. You could put on something that's more trendy, more fashionable. If you are going to be the type of woman in the dating pool that is requesting a man to, let alone make 8 figures, that is going to fly you out to Dubai on the second date, and to have him or her pop bottles for you and drink the A-line, top of the line wine and champagnes and things of that nature, you have to come to part. Like, you have to look the part. There's nothing wrong with anyone who spends $10 or $40 on a dress or on their outfit. There's nothing wrong with it. But guess what? Those types of people, those types of women or men or whomever that know themselves to the point where they don't mind spending that type of money, you know, a little something something, they're going out to the Cheesecake Factory. They're going and eating at the Applebee's or the Wingstop. Like, they're going to go to the movies. So that's just my take on it there. I just want us queens and kings out here to just really think about it and stop letting people's advice or what is trendy out there make or break something that is going to affect your life. Because guess what? Maybe they don't mind being single by themselves. Maybe they're sitting there behind their phones typing away, making this list like, oh yeah, never go to Cheesecake Factory. But then all in all, once they post it, they're going to the Cheesecake Factory with their boyfriend or with their baby daddy or with their I don't know, they side piece. Like, it's, and then you're sitting here looking at this list like, oh, I would never, oh, so-and-so posted this and it's going viral, so I would never go to Cheesecake Factory. Okay, sure. If that's what you want to think or do, that's fine. That's up to you. But I just feel that overall, the most important thing is what's in here. You know, here. The thing that a doctor cannot touch or take away, it's your soul, it's your heart. You know, what do you bring to the table other than good looks and a good body? So that's my take on it. Again, as far as the fashion wise, premium, A1. No, you don't have to have Uchi Gucci Malucci, obviously, but premium, good quality. Don't look dingy or frailed. Bumped your heads. That's just my take. You bumped your head. Everybody who just swears up and down that this list is the Bible as far as the dating, bumped your heads. Or I'm just going to give it the more positive approach. Whatever floats your boat is fine. But I know this boat here is going to go to Cheesecake Factory. In other news, this is another thing that I also wanted to talk about. This AI thing when it comes to fashion. So if anybody do not know what AI is artificial intelligence, where in the industry of entertainment and fashion, they will, let's just say, take someone's face, like for example my face, and of course, let alone if I take a picture, you can finagle the picture where I could be in space, or I can be in the middle of the ocean, or I can be a superhero and things of that nature. They can also take your image with or without your permission, and they can utilize it to other videos, other pictures, and things of that nature. And that's where the thing of AI in fashion comes into play, where there are some people that are not liking this AI thing when it comes to fashion, because overall it's just, it's invasive, it's intrusive, and it's going to be a time where they really don't need humans. If they can just take a simple photo and just continuously just make a bunch of imagery of, you know, similar people or human-like imagery over and over and over again, then what's the point of having a real human? I personally don't like it. I have seen people on social media stating that they have either gotten paid a small little amount for their image and overall they should be paid way more, or they are getting their images as far as their face constantly used without their permission. So there is this model that is accusing, the model's name is Shireen Wu. This has gone viral actually a couple of days ago. She was a former, the model, was accusing a former Project Runway contestant, Michael Costello, for AI replacement. Now, when it comes to this, there is an original image here that, shows her face and like this dress here. Now, again, I don't know if you can really see it from this point of view. Of course, I can always, put it somewhere in the video where, of course, she's walking the catwalk. She needs to focus, and she just looks like her. And then the designer went ahead and changed her image, and it looks nothing like her, but everything else as far as to the dress, the posture, even the hairstyle looks the same. And let alone the fact that she didn't get permission to take her face off of that image to be used, but they totally altered her look. So that's kind of like a double whammy of disrespect. And of course, rightfully so, she is upset. And the designer, of course, was blaming it on the photographer, saying, oh, the photographer did it, I didn't do anything about it. But if the photographer was to blame, then the photographer would have altered it in the beginning. And this picture wouldn't have been posted out into the universe of social media and the internet first, and then you go ahead and then you just change the color, the face structure, the face position. Like, it just looks totally not her. And a lot of people are upset, which I could say rightfully so, because models work very hard, and a lot of people just sit back that are not in the fashion / beauty industry. They just think that, oh, well, she's pretty and that's it, and oh, well, they're stylists and that's just cool, they just play around in clothes all day. Yeah, in a certain degree. This model, let alone, has fought and have scoured and proven herself long and hard enough for her to even walk on this catwalk for this particular fashion show or whatever this is, let alone the fact that she has been blessed with this opportunity. The fact of the matter that this moment, like, yes, to herself, she holds it near and dear to her, but the fact that in the internet or in the social media aspect, that this near and dear moment to her is being snatched away because of a designer altering her look is absolutely disgusting. The fashion streets are talking. They do not like it. There are some people where they're putting in their commentary saying, oh, well, as long as the dress isn't altered in a weird way, then that's fine. But again, what's the point of having a model walk a runway just to change the look and then not even go to the person? Because again, I know her contact information and her name is somewhere on a list somewhere where you can contact this person and be like, hey, I'm going to post this on my website, or I'm going to post this on social media. I'm just letting you know that I would like to, make the makeup darker. It's okay for me to go ahead and alter this photo a little bit to intensify this, or whatever reason it is. Say, let the model say yes or no to it, and then that's it. That's fine. Don't be like, for example, a Drake, where you ask Halle Berry to use a certain photo back in the day at the Nickelodeon Awards, being slimed on, and then when she says no, you turn around and you do it anyway. It's just like, then what's the point? It's disrespectful. But overall, this is what's going on in the fashion streets, honey. So yeah, overall, that is my take on the two situations. Overall, again, this is a totally different video that I'm doing. Very different. Of course, I will do, you know, day in the life videos of a stylist. I will do styling things, more fashion related, but this is kind of like something where I've seen this and it kind of drew near and dear a little bit to my heart, because social media has taken a total turn, and people need to be real with themselves and stop trying to live this facade. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Of course, if you have anything, sound off in the comments below. Definitely let me know what you think. What you think is good or not, as far as to, you know, going on our dates. What places are good to go out on dates? What places, of course, that are not, that you want to add to the list? What do you think about the AI situation as far as to fashion and the designer that was in the situation? Definitely let me know. And as of course, I would love to see you guys in the next video.